All right, Hugo Comics here. Still trying to scrounge around for different headphone systems. I got this one here. This is Xbox themed, right? But it does have a microphone that's okay. But I really want to use this guy here, so I'm using this guy right now. Yeah, there's a party going on across the street from where I live, so that could be an interesting thing though. But we'll figure it out. Hopefully everything's cool. And I'll keep my window open because it's hot up here. This is actually the second floor of my house that we're buying. We're buying this house. It's fixer upper, and this is the second floor of it. And yeah, basically, it's really big. It's definitely it gets very hot in the summer. So yeah, I have all the windows open so I can get fresh air in, and that unfortunately means there's a lot of noise. If things go south, they start, like I say, noisy games and loud, crazy music, I'll switch back over to this thing. So then it'll be much quieter. We'll see what we're doing. But right now, let's get on with a transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps on YouTube and DeviantArt. There are responsive comments. I'm made against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning. If you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead, click off the video. Do not lie and say it's hate speech for my videos, because there is no hate speech for my videos. It's speech and there's a story. Also, make sure to get vaccinated so that you can be more immune resistant to diseases. That helps basically make COVID less of a danger, makes other things less of a danger. It's very important to do that. I got some soap in my eye, so watch out. Well, that's the issue right there. It's a little irritating, but that's okay. We got it. We helped mom out. Dumped basically she's making her own homemade laundry detergent, and so yeah, I was pouring that in, and it splashed right in my eye. So I had to wash up my eye. I had to put on goggles and that. But yeah, we got them. We got them good. So now here we are, hanging out, especially with some not safe for work fan art. I got Vicky from Fairly Odd Parents, looking all kinds of good. Yes, indeed, Vicky from Fairly Odd Parents. Wait a minute. You didn't tag Vicky from Fairly Odd Parents? It's Vicky from Fairly Odd Parents. Showing off. You should have tagged. They'll be able to work with their tags. I want to see Vicky from the office now. I-C-K-Y-Y. For the appearance. There are over 1,000 not safe for work fan art pictures of her. She's freaking hot. So she's a bad girl, but she's freaking hot. So yeah. That can actually be pretty awesome. Especially when she mellows out a bit. Oh yeah, there you go. All right, let's continue on here. All right, there's be some overlap. Let's continue on with people getting things wrong in the comment section. Me trying to train them out about which is the basic biology, and then getting ticked off about that. There's gonna be some overlap, but it's important today to do that because then we can actually see, don't miss anything, and basically, yeah. And here's the issue. Okay, right now, there's a hate mail. I'm in the my hate mail section. Basically, it's the section of people sending me. Well, a lot of it is they go right to my channel and type in what they hate about what I'm saying. Sometimes, but other ones they'll only on the comment sections. But that's okay. And this one is from an old video, probably another proto transgender hate mail video from when I was in the senior, when me and my mom and my brother lived in the senior living apartments a long time ago, years and years ago. I can see my old rooms in the background, my old room in there. So it's really crazy stuff. And the old church, crazy stuff. Yeah. Someone says surgery is serious. Some transgender people choose not to undergo a medical transition, but they lie about their medical sex is wrong still. Those that do so under doctor's care to help mutilate their bodies more and help them live a more authentic life through lies and fit in better with society through lies, as well as reduce the crippling effects of gender dysphoria, which is lying to them. Instead of fighting it, learning that it's lying to you and fighting it, they give into it and do all this nasty stuff that messes their bodies up. Yet without that understanding, without even researching the condition, when people line up at the thousands to talk about how surgery that vastly improves someone's life through lies is mutilation. It is. And against God, it is. And is wrong. It is. With over 1.4 million people who have come out as transgender in the U.S., you would think it would be apparent that there's something going on with these human beings other than a mental disorder, or not, because it's a mental disorder. Bad belief system. And current science backs that up through lies. Nor the science of biology that shows off what is actually male, what's actually female. Because if you don't ignore that, then you'll see that you'll think we're right. That's it goes. At the end of the day, it's up to these individuals to decide what is best for them and their lives. It is true. That's true. But we can speak out against that stuff if we believe that's bad. So, free speech. Let's go. The person says, I say this is based on my experience as an individual that suffered from gender-related issues my entire life because of lies they were told. Transition, lying about your sex, is at least for me, has been the difference between life and death through lies. The doctors that are performing the transgender-related surgeries are not just improving people's lives, they are saving them through lies. All that work, all that stuff, and basically, eventually, they find out it's for nothing at all, and then their lives aren't saved anymore. What a waste. Let's go. I say, you may think that, but I disagree. These doctors only help people who avoid dealing with their real problems. True. There's more to a person than their body, and these people have to realize that. And that person says, I am one of these people, as I stated. It's okay, your opinion and mine aren't the same, yes, but then I wouldn't try to tell you what's right for your life, though. But I'm going to tell you what's right for your life, though. Because transgender issues are in the news. People line up and say how wrong transgendering is, and they are very vocal about the same. I tell you, 3 years ago, nobody ever gave us a thought. Yeah, we did. Oh, yeah, we did. Because that stuff is not new. It's old. It's more in vogue now, but it's old and nasty still. The medical community has been treating us for decades through lies, yes. Transition, lie about erotic sex, even with medical procedures, works for truly transgender people through lies. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for anyone because they have to learn to live with what they have. And then reality, instead of that bullcrap. You are not allowed to just have these procedures. It takes years of therapy of lies, as well as living out as your identified gender full-time, yet lying about your biological sex full-time for well over a year before they would talk to you about surgery to alter, lie more. You have to lie enough to lie more. Get to lie more. That's what's going on here. Let's see here. Alter your physical body through lies. At the end of the day, it's not your opinion that matters. It's each individual person that has to make choice for themselves. Yes, but I will still say my opinion, though. It's free speech. Just you probably wouldn't care for others, like how you are to live your life. You shouldn't try to direct your beliefs and thoughts on others. No, by stating them. No, that's not going to work. I'm going to do that. I'm going to state. The first features of these types were done in the 1930s. Yeah, so that stuff old. Many decades of trial and error have gone into figuring out how best to treat transgender people through lies. And so this isn't new, and that isn't new. This is new to most people now. The medical community has been trying to figure out how to help us for a long time through lies. And transitions need to work better than anything else through lies. Other than, of course, actually learning to live with what you have, living in reality. Adjusting your mind to reality. That's the best thing. The lying about your biological sex does not work because basically you are trying to make a fake world right in the eye. A fake world and have people play along with you, and in the hopes that everybody will play along with you, and none of that stuff. And basically you won't have to worry about the actual physical world no more. What you do. So you're like, okay, yeah, everybody's playing along with me. This is great. It's like, okay, it's time for you to go to the urologist, get your penis and testicles checked. I'm like, dang it, everybody's playing along with me. It's like, okay, girl, it's time to go to the gynecologist and get your Virginia check, your vulva and vagina and uterus and ovaries checked. Like, what, dang it, in real life, no. That's what's going on here. Because basically they're trying to get away from the life. No, I'm a man though. When they're not. I'm a woman though. They're not. That's what's going on here. They're trying to make a fantasy world and hope people play along with it. And when they don't, then they gotta throw a fit like this. Continue on. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Better transitioning does not work better. Only anything else. Learning to live in reality works better. Again, you can have your opinion. Let us make our choices. I'm saying what I want to say. You can do what you want to do in response. That's how it works. You believe you are mentally ill because you are dealing with that stuff. The majority of the medical community does not believe that because of lies we were told. And support transition, lying about your sex as a valid treatment, except for bullcrap. There's one or two that decide differently, based mostly on religious dogma and reasoning, and of course actual reality. It's ignoring reality. That's what it is. And someone says, I got someone asking a question about Mugen. I had a Lincoln Loud Mugen, and there's a Lincoln Loud Mugen character. Okay, and so it says, is there any more Loud House characters? Lincoln Loud Mugen character. That was cool though. I said, yeah, maybe you should try googling them. I got a thumbs up for that. So 7 years later, your video helped me. Sorrow Chantilly at a time. How to beat the Hauler game. The Hauler. I say that is awesome. The Hauler. Okay. It was the Hauler Beast in Sorrow Chantilly at a time is one of the craziest things ever. All right. you have